Hello everyone, it's Pixel again, and this video is actually going to be a book review. It is the Midwich Cuckoos. And before I start, I would like to say that I do plan on I'll probably though do the movie, and I'll probably do a review on the remake. Excuse me. But yeah, for now, I'm going to review the book first. Now, basically, this book is about a town. Well, it actually starts with the military, at least I think, or at least basically what happens is that this town called, well, Midwich, is basically what happened is all of the citizens just randomly fell asleep. And once the military sends in, because at first they kind of think it's a gas that is making people pass out, but as soon as they send someone over with a gas mask, well, actually once they put a small canary in a birdcage near the vicinity of the entry point of Midwich, it passes out, and when they pull it back, it regains consciousness. So yeah, but when they try it with, when they send out the guy in the gas mask, he, of course, like the bird, he passes out, and once they pull him back, he regains consciousness and states that he felt an almost cold sensation as soon as he entered. And basically also what happened a little beforehand is that they actually sent an airplane up there, and they reported seeing some kind of silvery object, like near the town of Midwich, either above or below it, but I don't know. And of course, the pilot passes out, and yeah. And yeah. Yeah. He basically crashes. Sorry, I'm just a little shaken because, well, it's a surprise, so I can't say what it is just yet. But yeah, like, and of course, basically, sometime later, everybody starts regaining consciousness, like, but something else happens. All the women are pregnant, and any woman that's old enough to have kids is also pregnant as well, even though that they're single or aren't in any relationships with men. And of course, nobody knows why this is happening, because well, it's kind of hinted at that whatever happened, like, it implanted the babies in the females. So yeah, and we'll actually get to why this is called the Midwich Cuckoos. But yeah, sometime later, the kids are all born. There's a total of 30 girls and 31 boys. But as they look each of the children over, they have some rather odd characteristics. For instance, the kids didn't seem to inherit any genetics or appearances wise of their mothers. The fact that they have golden eyes and platinum blonde hair is what it is. That, and at one point when I think Richard and Gordon Zellaby go to see one of the kids who's a bit older, I think, they basically learn that these kids have like a hive mind. Like, all the boys are connected to, well, each other, and the same thing is with the girls. So, because when Zellaby gives one of the boys a puzzle box, and he manages to find like the piece of candy, I think it was, and once they try it on another boy, he immediately solves it the exact same way. But yeah. Bless me. I am so sorry. But yeah. So the kids actually, and we kind of go ahead in time where the kids are now a bit older, but it appears that it becomes apparent that they are, or at least not in some respect, human, given the fact that they have, well, telepathic powers and can control other people's actions. And this becomes apparent when a truck driver nearly accidentally hits one of the kids, and they basically make him drive his car into a wall. And yeah, this goes on for some time. Until at the end, at one point when two of the kids are being interviewed, they basically the kids basically explain that they basically kind of presume an ultimatum that they want a land of their own, and because they plan on leaving. And basically Zellaby realizes that these kids sadly gotta go, because they're probably going to end up destroying the human race. And yeah, it's kind of a tough choice to make. So, and well, yeah, we know at the end and the story ends with Zellaby blowing the kids and himself up in the gardener, basically where the kids learn and lived. So yeah, now the Midwich Cuckoos has apparently become one of my favorite books, because I mean, yeah, I've seen like other movies with the concept idea of creepy kids or kids that have telepathic powers, but yeah. And I also kind of like the air of mystery as to why all of a sudden these women became pregnant. I mean, it's hinted at that it was some kind of alien force that did this, but, well, in all honesty, that doesn't matter now. What matters now is that the kids are there, and the kids they don't seem to have, like, individuality. Like, they're basically, like, one person in 30 to 31 separate bodies, since the kids all travel together in, like, a pack. Or, in this case, possibly a flock. And yeah, and also it's revealed later on that Midwich wasn't the only one that had this problem. Well, I'm not gonna say it. I can't. I'm not going to. But anywho, moving on. There's also some moments where the kids end up, like, there's the thing about the kids is that as inhuman, and given the fact that they, at one point, the truck driver's brother tries to shoot them, and they basically make him turn the rifle on himself, and yeah. And also later on they make the villagers, basically the townspeople form a mob and they go after the kids, and the kids make them fight each other, to which they seem to have no problem about. But yeah, like, they are, but in a sense, then again, this isn't something I can lay down as fact, but in a twisted kind of way, they are genuinely kids. Like, they basically are trying to protect themselves, and even if they, during the interview, when, cause I think his name was, Richard, he basically he tries to scare the kids, but of course they send him into shock with their powers. And I always kind of like, I mean, they could have killed him right then and there, like they did with the others, but instead they let him live. And I always kind of thought that was like, and also I actually, I think that the only person that the children had some love and compassion towards was Zellaby. At least a little bit, because, I always kind of got the impression that they were going to, if they had the chance to go where they were going to be bothered, they would have spared Zellaby if they continued to live. And also, one of the creepiest things that I found out is that, given the fact at one point it's actually stated that the creepiest part is the whole controlling people to do things against their will. That's really creepy. And also, the reason why this is called the Midwich Cuckoos is because this is kind of akin to the cuckoo birds. And basically what cuckoo birds are is that they are a type of bird that lays their eggs in the nests of other birds and have them look after their children. And once the cuckoo bird's egg hatches, they try to evict and basically try to get rid of their nest mates. And that's kind of what the children are kind of doing here. They're trying to push the other townspeople out of the nest, given the fact that, well, that these are not any of their children because, well, you know, because the whole, well, cuckoo bird thing. But yeah, that's kind of what they're doing. Like, they're trying to push them out of the nest so they can, like, assume dominance, because the children at one point state that they think that they'll end up dominating the human race. And that's kind of what Zelby comes to the conclusion of, that the children need to go. So, yeah. And also, I actually found it interesting that, and also keep in mind that this book is kind of a product of its time, so yeah, just, well, but yeah, anywho, so, although I will admit, I kind of thought the book could have expanded a little bit more on the kids, specifically David. I think he's still called David in the book. Like, 'cause he's basically, like, well, the ringleader of his flock, and so, yeah. I don't know, it just, I guess in some areas he kind of fell, actually, I wouldn't say fell a little flat, I just felt like, yeah, I wouldn't say some parts of his character fell a little flat, I just thought they could have done just a teeny bit more with him. And I also kind of felt like they could have done more with the other boys and the other girls. But then again, I don't think that was really the full point of the story, but then again, what do I know? Anywho, that was my book review of the Midwich Cuckoos. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of the book. So, yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!